Welcome to the Mobile Noble channel, and I'm your host, MB, your crypto soul brother from another mother, here to keep sanity from the hype and the drama. But please know that do not make me a financial advisor. And on this day, that day being a lovely May 18th, at about a little past 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Uh, there's a lot I could get into here. But one thing I want to get into while I could give into my temptation of talk about how Bitcoin here is sitting very comfortably above 100,000 due to the fact that U.S. and China has finally came to some sort of agreement about temporarily to basically kill some of the you know tariff scares that has been plaguing the financial world for quite a bit here. I wanted to more so talk about basically as I'm going into my 1 year anniversary of basically when I started tracking altcoins versus Bitcoin, which would outperform the other in the crypto market. Going into that, leading up to that, I kind of want to talk about what is my mentality, what I'm doing when I look at altcoins. And the main thing I can look at, start off with, is basically look at a headline, a recent headline that speaks into that. And it would be this right here, which headlines basically Senator Loomis believing senators may have reached a deal on stablecoin bill and expect votes this coming week, which hopefully pushes that through here. And Cynthia Loomis, a Republican from Wyoming, she is one of the advocates for crypto here, and I really don't care political sides here. This is one of those things which delves into the crux of one thing that I am a big advocate of with crypto. The main thing about crypto, I do believe, which is the fact that there is a utility aspect of crypto, uh, and stable coins in themselves is one of the big, probably the biggest utility that we have. Uh, Basically, stable coins, if you're not sure, is a crypto that is pegged to the value of fiat currency. In this case, most times, 9 times out of 10, it is the US dollar. And this is pretty big here because when we look at crypto, uh, we always think of volatile price swings, the up and down nature of it all, and that stabilization is stable coins. And thus, you have the OG of stablecoins, Tether, which has stabilized the market over the years. Although, if you ask me, it has came with a lot of mounting worries that may have its days numbered. Uh, but that would be probably another entire video I could do right there. But basically, this is a also for what it's worth a not so well regulated stable coin, so we do not know what's backing it to have it stabilize its value to $1, especially as it prints like crazy. But yeah, we have also have since have came out with a few other notable stable coins, such as USDC, which is headed by American financial firm Circle, and unlike Tether, that is basically very well regulated, uh, especially by New York regulators, and that is pretty much the favorite to basically be the number one stable coin. If and probably when Tether gets taken down a notch. Uh, but yeah, we have USDC as well as Paxos or Pax USD, which is another American regulated stable coin. And you also have a very recent newcomer to the game, which is Ripple's stablecoin, RLUSD. And this one has been growing quite a bit here as this has, when I first covered this and when it became a thing near the beginning of the year, this started off with a $50 million market cap, and now it's basically up to 300 million. Doesn't go up in value, but that just goes to show how much the stablecoin is printed, since it's all relative to a dollar, give or take a penny here. So, yeah, these are the, when we talk about payments, and we talk about one of the things that I was talking about, which was how there will be, our money is going to be digital. And I've kind of long said that, been on record as saying that for a minute. And I have long said that's on record saying this really started off as the guise of CBDC, which is central bank digital currencies. And basically, that's saying that it would be a government that would issue a stable coin as opposed to a private one. And thankfully, it's been came out under one of Trump's appointees that it will, they're not looking at central bank digital currencies. However, the central efforts towards a digital dollar may be realized under what we already have through the efforts of uh, Paxos, Circle, Ripple, or anyone else who comes out with something that can get vetted by U.S. regulators here. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to have here in terms of utility with stablecoins. I can go on with stablecoins itself, but there's many other things that goes into what I have here with watch list of other coins that I have here, such as Ethereum, which is the main building block for much of crypto, Solana, which has pretty much taken a lot of steam out of Ethereum since it's much, much nicer in terms of transaction fees. So, which is why it's been, unfortunately, much utility has been a lot of trash shit coins that came out in recent months. We have Cardano, yeah, aforementioned XRP, which has a lot of utilitarian uh, aspects as well in terms of payments. And also, like I said, it's also the layer one that hosts the RLUSD stablecoin that's out. Uh, there's a lot I could get into here. See, Hedera Hashgraph, another layer one blockchain that also lays potential to many other tokens and also NFTs and such. And one thing I could point out here is that much of these blockchains I have here is also ISO 2022, which, if you don't know, is the future of communication infrastructure between financial institutions when they do international payments between each other. If you look up Swift or familiar with what Swift is in regards to intermittent payment systems, Swift is at this point an archaic name because it's been around longer since I've been on this earth here, and I'm an 80s baby. So, yeah, Swift is getting upended by payment systems that goes by this standard here, and there are several cryptos that uses this standard that will be used by payment systems and financial institutions. So going back to my list here, XRP, Cardano, I believe Stellar, Hedera Hashgraph, I think. Don't quote me on that. Algorand, which is one of my dark horse picks here. Uh, Many others. I think Quant is another one. So, yeah, a lot of these are on my watch list. Some of these I hodl. I don't over diversify to have a little bit of everything on this list, but it is the main thing I look at when I say that there is a lot that needs to be looked into utility wise with crypto. And there's a lot of other niches in crypto that I'd say one should look at, whether it's payment systems, whether it's DeFi. DeFi is another one that is a good niche to dive into. So my dark horse ones with that is layer, which is a little bit more of a higher risk, and also the lower the ranked is on these crypto coins, the more risky it is if you're taking them on as an investment. So, which is why I double down on me not being a financial advisor. But yeah, when it comes to taking some of these on as an investment here, uh, I would also go cautiously here because higher risk, higher the return if some of these cash out. Except for Pax Gold. Pax Gold is pegged to the value of gold. So this one is a somewhat safe, somewhat of a stable coin. This is pegged to the real world value of gold as we speak. So if gold itself goes up, then this will go up. But aside from that, and also this, of course, being a stable coin, but other than that, a lot of these here, I lean on to utility. What is utility? And we could go on with other niches that I haven't gone into, such as gaming, which I never really kind of gotten away from. I actually gotten away from the thought of gaming being a thing, but with recent news of Apple allowing for crypto payments after a recent court ruling, this opens the gateway for gamers who develops for them, and also between this and also Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out by the end of the year, I think at the very least there could be a speculative run regards to gaming tokens that I didn't even really touch on yet. Then there's AI, then there's a slew of other things. And before I drown on and on, these are all opposed to the other trash things that I am vehemently against, such as cute little doggy that serve as memes, although RIP to Kabosu, the original dog that was the basis of memes. 15-minute online celebrities that roll out with their own crypto schemes, and several other forgotten celebrities like Iggy Azalea, Soldier Boy, I think, also came out with their own crypto meme coins and their likeness that lasted all of a few seconds before they crashed and burned. Um, my main thing is I want to lean onto some substance and I mean start wrapping things up, landed this plane here as we close things out here. Look, I'm gonna get more into detail in the coming week here on what I'm hodling. You might be able to see that on my previous videos here, but yeah, this is where I go with my mentality on crypto. As far as my main thing is, what is the narrative on a coin or a project here, and will that be more than just mere empty speculation, like the Trump token, for example? And as I get ready to end things out here, if you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned to my video where I track my performance against the value of Bitcoin this coming week. Uh, please stay tuned to that. But until next time, stay up, stay blessed, and thank you once again. Peace.